I completely understand the problem you're facing. Your Samsung phone is stuck on the Google account verification screen, and you're looking for a way to get past this lock. At the same time, you'd prefer to do it without using a computer and rely only on the phone itself. I want to encourage you. Not long ago, I was in exactly the same situation. I had to roll up my sleeves and spend quite a bit of
Вадим,
time
потихіше, поки я
researching the
говорю.
issue. Eventually, I found a working solution and successfully bypassed the FRP lock. Today, I'd like to share my experience with you. If you have any questions during the process, feel free to leave a comment, and I'll do my best to help. I understand that not everyone is an expert in bypassing security systems. The method I used was suitable for an average phone owner without specialized knowledge or expensive equipment. Yes, I realize the situation is especially frustrating if your device is running Android 16. In older Android versions, there were many tricks that allowed users to bypass FRP directly from the phone itself. For example, people often used TalkBack features or various Google keyboard exploits. However, these methods no longer work on Android 16. I strongly recommend that you do not waste time watching videos or reading websites that promote these outdated techniques because they are ineffective on your Android version. One of the biggest obstacles is a security feature implemented by Google. It prevents applications installed outside the official Google Play Store from receiving the system permissions they need to operate. This effectively blocks most of the older manual bypass methods. Let me explain how I dealt with the problem. I used the free Chinese AI assistant DeepSeek. Why DeepSeek? Because some other popular AI systems such as ChatGPT restrict information related to FRP bypass methods. I simply asked DeepSeek, how can I bypass FRP on my phone? And provided the exact Samsung model. It suggested several possible approaches. I selected the option that seemed the simplest and most practical for an everyday user. Then I asked DeepSeek, show me step by step how to do it using this method. The AI generated a detailed guide. From there, it was mostly a matter of following the instructions. Whenever I got stuck at a particular step, I took a screenshot and sent it to DeepSeek. It analyzed the image and immediately suggested a solution. I could have recorded a video showing the entire process, but there is a reason why I don't. The method I used might stop working in a month because Samsung regularly patches loopholes and closes newly discovered workarounds. An AI assistant that is continuously updated is more likely to provide information that reflects the latest situation. By the way, I also used DeepSeek to help repair my old iPhone. A repair shop told me it was beyond saving and should be thrown away, but I managed to get it working again. Thank you for watching, and I am always happy to help.